All right, everybody. Welcome back to episode 4 of
Check
the
it
Morning Ride
out.
podcast.
You're on the morning ride.
We got a whole new setup today.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. Look at this beautiful showroom. We have nobody in it.
Yeah, it's creepy being in here with no activity.
Yes, it
right?
is.
Yeah.
And it's the only time that it's okay to have nobody in the showroom. Because
That's
normally
true.
that would be a bad thing.
We're not open, so.
But we're not open yet, so. Oh my God, the AC just cut on and we're right under it.
Yeah.
That was cold.
That's a little chilly. Hey, so happy Mother's Day. We are recording on Sunday. It's Mother's Day, bright and early. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. Hope, even though we can't gather in groups like we normally would, the family around and, everybody paying, their respects to Mama.
Yep.
Treating her right on this day. Hopefully you guys still got enough, shaputzva. That's not even a word.
What?
It's not a word.
You want to try that again?
No, it's a shout. It's a shout out actually to a radio podcast I listen to.
Nice.
But hopefully you guys have taken care of your moms, your wives.
Absolutely. Hopefully you
Significant
guys
others.
made your Facebook posts, because you're not a good son or husband unless you say Happy Mother's Day on Facebook. That's the thing, right?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's forget personal interaction. You
Exactly.
don't have to call mom. All you
Exactly.
got to do is post it on our Facebook.
As long
page
as you tag her.
or gram her or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Grammar. Exactly. So, this is episode 4 of the Morning Ride podcast. As you guys can see, we have done something a little bit different here. We are going with more of a traditional podcast setup where Mike and I are actually going to be talking to each other.
Looking at each other. This feels weird. I don't know what
I'm
to do
so
with my
glad
face.
we're wearing
I
sunglasses.
don't know where to look this way, go here.
God, it's going to be great. So hopefully you guys might like the new setup. I think this looks 1,000 times better. Would you agree? Better than ugly yellow walls and bad lighting?
I was going to say 998
I like
times better, but if 1,000, we can go.
Yeah,
with that.
we'll
It's
round.
fine.
We like
Yeah.
to round up.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
No big deal. So hopefully you guys are excited for another lovely episode of the Morning Ride. One thing I want to address right off the bat is we have seen your guys' feedback, and a lot of people were saying they would prefer to see our episodes on Facebook. So we, in the middle of last week, I uploaded on Monday, actually, episode 3, and we got, I would say, 6 times as many views in one day as we did in 4 days. So it sounds to me like our audience definitely is all for Facebook. So for now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and switch over to Facebook.
Not load to YouTube at all?
We'll still load to YouTube.
Okay.
For those of you that prefer YouTube, I personally prefer uploading to YouTube. I think it's easier. I think it's got a nice algorithm to it. It's nice because you can push it to people that haven't seen our stuff, so we will still do that. But for all of our fans that love watching our bell ringings and all that other stuff that we do here at the dealership, we're going to make it so much easier for you guys. So,
Yeah, and the cool thing is now, we're switching to Facebook. There's still a link to go to the YouTube channel, which please don't forget to check out previous episodes if this is your first one. Episode 1 is the one where Tyler rode the motorcycle into a pool full of green jello.
Yep.
Episode 2 is where Tyler talked about back tattoos, and then episode 3 is where he talked about being raised on a dairy farm. So
Yes.
a lot of important information.
All that
Yeah.
happened.
Yep.
100%.
You just got to watch close.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the topic on today's video. So we decided that we're going to go with more of a structured format this week. We want to talk about, in my opinion, something that's really funny in the motorcycle community is motorcycle and motorcycle rider stereotypes.
Yeah.
We've got a few here that we want to talk about. Unfortunately, he can't see the laptop now, so what I'll do is I'll talk
Try
about
to
what we
find
have.
a reflection in your glasses. It's not working.
So I'll read the ones that I have off. If you have any, please add your input.
Sure.
And if there's anything that you want to say directed to each one, let's have a conversation about it.
Absolutely.
And then after this, we'll get into our normal segments. But without further ado, the first one that I have, I think is probably one of the most popular in the motorcycle community. When passing another rider, you have to do the wave.
Well, etiquette and protocol dictate that you should.
You should.
I'm not sure that you have to.
Right. So let me ask you this. If you're passing a biker or a group of bikers, but you're going around a turn or something where
Oh,
you feel
no.
like you need to
Keep your
concentrate.
hands on the handlebars.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I think if it's safe to do it, you should do it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just it's a respect thing.
You know what they say, real recognize real.
I don't think you're like a bad person if you don't do it. Like if you're, for all I know if you're comfortable taking your hands off your grips. I don't want you risking yourself or anybody else, but if you're comfortable and you're in a good place to do it, I think you should, just because it's a camaraderie thing.
Yeah.
But if you are in a place where it's not a good idea, don't do it. It's not the end of the world, and that person's not going to hunt you down and find out why you didn't wave to them.
Right, and so there have been times when I've gone down the road and chucked a sign, give them a little wave, and I didn't get one back, and I never thought, what a jerk.
What a jerk.
No, I've never thought that. It's whatever anybody's comfortable with.
And you shouldn't. Yeah, exactly. So the second stereotype that we have, somebody actually commented this. I put a poll up on Facebook, and somebody asked if she could put in her input. And I said, absolutely. What's the number one stereotype that you know of? And her exact response, and I had a feeling we were going to get this, is women don't ride motorcycles.
Oh man, that's crap.
That is one of the dumbest stereotypes I've ever heard and or seen. To say that women can't do anything that men can do, especially in 2020, is insane to me. But there's women riders everywhere.
Absolutely.
Every single event that we have, I see a lot more women riding than I do men in some scenarios. It just depends on the type of event.
Well, yeah, all you have to do is look at our Facebook page to see that women are buying motorcycles.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other funny part of it is, whether you want to believe it or not, 90% of the motorcycle buying decisions are in the hands of the woman anyway. Because
Yes,
I can't
that
tell
is
you
true.
how many times I hear during the course of my job, well, I need to talk to my wife. So,
Yes, and-
ladies, if you're riding, as in you're the one moving the vehicle, or you're the one sitting on the back, because sometimes women just want to do that.
And that's okay.
Yeah, you're still a motorcycle rider. You're riding on a motorcycle.
Absolutely. But to those that are taking control and actually powering the bike and doing your thing, more power to you. Don't let anybody's hate comments stop you, and don't let anybody judge you. Do your
Hell
thing.
yeah.
All right, so the third one that I have written down on the list is riders wear leather to look cool. That's a big misconception in the Harley community especially. There's a lot of Harley riders wear leather.
Like since the 80s, leather hasn't really been that cool anyway. It's more of a protection thing.
Right.
Leather works a lot better than cloth does.
Yes.
I know a popular saying is that you dress for the slide, not the ride.
Exactly.
And we don't want to make it seem like it's absolutely dangerous to ride a motorcycle. I mean, it's dangerous to drive a car.
It's dangerous, yeah.
Yeah. It's dangerous to walk out of your house.
I was just going to say that, especially nowadays.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't think the leather thing is a cool thing. I think it's more of a
Right.
protection thing. So.
Right. I agree. So that kind of, just to piggyback off that, you definitely should be making sure that you're wearing protective gear. And, I understand that sometimes it's a really hot day or something like that, but consider the fact that if something was to happen, heaven forbid it does, you're prepared as best as you can be. So
It's cool to be cool, but it's cooler to have skin.
yeah, it's cooler to be alive. So,
Yeah.
there's that. All right, number 4. This one I actually found on a lot of motorcycle forums. So apparently this comes up a lot. I don't hear it very often around here, maybe because most people understand how riding works here. But apparently, riders don't understand the risk that they're taking by riding a motorcycle. I think that's absolutely false.
Well, I'll be honest with you. When I started riding a motorcycle, it made me a better driver because I was
Yeah.
more aware of my surroundings. I think we all certainly understand the risk that we take every time we get on a motorcycle. I don't think it's top of our mind, but every action that we take while we're out on the road is a consideration of what the next possible action could be.
Right.
I'm constantly looking for escape routes, trying to find where the drivers around me are moving, how they're moving. And I know a lot of times people get annoyed by the guys that are blowing by you at 90 miles an hour on the highway, but all of us don't do that. Most of us are considerate. Most of us are out there to have a good time and not to mess with whatever you have going on during the day. It's just the freedom of the road that we love, and yes, we are very aware of the risks that we take every time.
I would honestly say every person I know that rides a bike, my father being one of them who's rode for 30 years, he says the exact same thing. And So it must be a very common thing that, yeah, when I'm sitting at a stoplight, I'm looking for which route can I go. You know, if someone's pulling up behind me, what am I going to do? Look at my surroundings. I mean, I definitely don't do that when I'm sitting in a car. So if you ask me, it sounds like motorcycle riders are actually the exact opposite. They actually totally understand the risk, and they do everything they can to mitigate that risk while riding.
Exactly. And speaking of being at lights, if I take off quick from the light, usually that's so I can get away from cars.
Right. So it's not trying to look cool, not trying to be a badass, it's trying to be alive.
Yeah. If you're on a motorcycle, you don't have to try to be a badass anyway.
Right.
You're automatically.
You already
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So the next one, it might sound a little similar, but I'll explain what I meant by this. So number 5 is motorcycle riders are dangerous, mean, or violent people. I actually saw that on a forum as well. So I have seen and heard this firsthand that some people automatically judge bikers and assume that everybody's from Sons of Anarchy or, you know, other clubs that have been infamous in the past for doing unfortunate things. But you have to understand, like in any scenario, you can never categorize one group or one being as everybody being the same, because there's always going to be those 1 or 2 bad apples in a group, but it doesn't mean that. And I've got to say, working here at Bayside, I'd probably say a good majority of the people that I see and talk to that ride are in it for the family aspect, the charity aspect, the giving back, the camaraderie. Like, it's, if anything, it's one of the tightest knit communities I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think maybe far too many people have seen TV shows or movies, and they're taking their idea of what a motorcycle club or a motorcycle rider in general is all about. And we're just red-blooded Americans that love to be on the road, enjoy the freedom of the wind. And then to speak for MCs, I mean, it's exactly what you're talking about. Most of the events that they do, like you say, they are for cause. Charity runs for children's benefits. And, even the things that are going on right now where motorcycle riders are getting together in groups to do ride-bys because we can't do
for birthdays.
birthday parties and stuff like that.
We had one the other day where they took off from here. There's probably 80 bikes.
80, yeah.
It was insane. I walked outside and I was like, what?
It was one of the biggest non-events that we had.
Right. It was awesome. Yeah,
Very cool.
Definitely cool camaraderie. I love it. So number 6. This one's a pretty quick one. We'll probably breeze by it because it's obviously, I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. The bigger the bike, the cooler you are.
Not really.
I'm just going to go out and say
Because
this.
the trike is the biggest bike. No, I'm just playing trike riders. My apologies, I was joking.
I'm just going to go out there and say this. And I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinions you don't want to hear.
I would put the Harley-Davidson 883 Sportster or Iron as one of my top 3 Harleys.
Oh.
You can do so much to them. They look really good. You can make them like and maybe it's just my opinion on how I like bikes to look, but I love like I like the bobber style, and you can do so much, and really make them yours. And I know you can do that with a lot of the bikes in the Harley lineup. That's what's so awesome about Harley. But in my opinion, as one of their smallest bikes, it's one of the best looking ones.
Yeah, this is actually one of those situations where size doesn't matter.
Right. There's very few times
I knew I'd make you laugh.
All right, on to number 7. Bikers will find every excuse to ride. That's easy? Yes.
Oh, that's true.
100%.
Yeah, that's not a misconception.
100%. Yep. I'm going to go out of...
It rained yesterday. I got to go ride.
I'm going to go out of order on this because this one actually works with that. The one that I had listed as number 10 was, if you don't ride in all weather conditions, you're not a real rider.
Okay, that's not true. So an important thing to me is knowing your comfort level in how you ride. Your confidence should never exceed your capability. So if you're not ready to ride in the rain, don't ride in the rain.
Please don't, for your safety and the safety of others.
And really, honestly, if there's ice on the road, there's no sense in being on your motorcycle.
No.
Take the bus if you have to.
Yeah.
But just, I know I hear a lot of stuff about people being called fair weather riders.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly. There's been times where I've gotten on the road and got caught in the rain, and I'm prepared for it. I've got my rain gear with me. But I if I know that rain is in the forecast, I don't go out because I prefer to not ride in the rain. Not only because, well, it's not an issue of me feeling comfortable with riding, but people in cars seem to get crazy when it rains. So
yeah, people forget how to drive with weather conditions, that's for sure.
yeah.
All right, so number 8. This is actually really funny. Harley-Davidson Iron 883s aren't real bikes.
No, they are. I've touched them, rode them, sold them.
They're absolutely real physical objects.
Yeah.
They can move a body.
If you don't believe in one, come test ride one.
We sell them all the time. Great.
Absolutely. And hey, speaking to that point real quick, just a cheap plug for the dealership. If you are thinking about riding for the first time, an Iron 883 is probably a good bike to start out with.
That's actually what I bought for mine.
Yeah, and the other great thing is Harley has a program called the Freedom Promise. So if you purchase that 883 and decide within 12 months that you've got your ability up to where you want it to be and you're ready to move up to a Softail or a touring motorcycle, Bayside Harley-Davidson will give you back full price for what you paid for the 883. So, man, that's
super cool guarantee.
Yeah, it's
I've seen a
no-lose
lot of
situation.
people actually.
Yeah.
I call it cashing it in, but
Yeah.
utilizing that program for sure.
No doubt.
All right, and then it looks like this is technically going to be the last one. I think you threw this one, and this one made me laugh.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Sorry, yeah, I do.
What?
That bikers don't actually have wallets; they just have chains.
But they don't go to anything.
Yeah, they don't connect anywhere.
We have a lot of chains.
I'll tell you this from working here. I think some of these guys don't have wallets because I've bought far too many lunches that I've never gotten repaid on. So, no, there's wallets attached to the chains typically. That just doesn't mean that there's anything in them. But.
Right. So that's it for the main segment and topic for today, motorcycle stereotypes. If there's any that we left out that you guys think are great, definitely leave it in the comments below. We'd love to hear them.
Absolutely. I love comments.
All right, so next we're going to go ahead and jump right into the lovely Meet the Team segment. This week, who do we have?
Taylor, my girl Tay Tay.
Tay-Tay. Is she okay with Tay-Tay?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
You don't get to make your own nickname, bud.
I learned that.
That's why they call me No Nickname Mike.
Exactly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and roll the segment we filmed with Taylor yesterday in Motor Clothes, and she's actually going to talk to you guys about a couple specials going on right now as well.
Hey everybody, I'm hanging out today with Taylor. Taylor, what you do here, baby?
I work in Motor Clothes. I am the floor lead.
You're the floor lead?
Yes.
All right, so what do you do in Motor Clothes?
Sell stuff.
Pretty fancy. You might recognize Taylor from our little Mother's Day promo commercial. She was the one holding the bling for me. Taylor, how long have you been here?
I have been here for almost a year.
How long has this guy been here?
A couple minutes.
Okay, it's a little creepy.
It's like a statue.
Taylor, what got you into riding?
My dad has always rode, and it's just something that me and my fiance wanted to get into.
Right on. Why'd you buy your first motorcycle?
I just really wanted to.
You wanted to hang out with her?
Yeah.
Right on, right on. How long did you say you've been here?
Almost a year.
Almost a year. Okay. What do you love about working here? Why have you stuck around so long?
The people.
Like this one here?
Yes.
Okay. It's not weird at all. Hey, why don't you tell us about some of the promotions that are going on right now?
So the weekend of Memorial, starting the 22nd through the 25th, we have 25% off of regular price leather jackets and gloves.
Gloves as well. Very nice.
Yes. And then we do have a helmet promo going on. You bring in your old one, you get a new one for 20% off. And then after the 25th, we'll be doing every other Saturday, 20% off.
Awesome. Very good. So I can bring in any DOT approved helmet,
Yes.
no matter how old it is, and you'll give me 20% off a helmet?
Yes.
Okay. So how often is it recommended that we replace our helmets?
Every 3 to 5 years, depending on the company.
Okay. So you heard that. If your helmet's 3 to 5 years old, maybe it's time to bring it into Bayside, get yourself a brand new helmet, get 20% off, right?
Yes.
All right. I think that about does it. Thank you so much for your help, Taylor, whoever you are. No Nickname Mike out.
All right, so that was Taylor in Motor Clothes. If you guys see her when you come in the dealership, make sure you embarrass her, make her laugh, joke about how it took her forever to film a 2-minute segment, and then she did incredible.
Yeah, it was one take. It's like she was related to me or something.
Yeah, one take, Mike. All right.
But I tell you what, though, the one of the coolest things about Taylor is I never see her without a smile on her face.
100%.
She's always got joy in her heart, enthusiasm. She's just a great person to be around.
And she kills it at what she does.
Oh yeah,
She's
absolutely.
incredible in Motor Clothes department.
All the knowledge.
I think she actually was the top person in her department
Like this whole year, honestly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What she did want me to tell you guys, though, when you come in, please ask about our heated belt collection, and then something we just started carrying, leather socks.
Interesting. Didn't even know that was a thing.
They're not. But if you come in and talk to Taylor, ask her about leather socks. She'll get a kick out of it.
So, I am stoked that we can finally talk about this.
Is this events, buddy?
An event.
Nice.
That probably was a bad idea to knock on the table. Hopefully you're not wearing headphones. Yes, we have events. Well, we're only going to talk about one.
Okay.
Just in case, because this is still per the governor. But as of now, we do have an event on June 13th. It's the Sons of Poseidon Poker Run. The reason we're making this a big deal is because it's not just a poker run. There's a poker run, but it ends at Bayside. It's going to be a party. It's going to be amazing.
Ain't no party like a Bayside party, because a Bayside
Exactly.
party don't stop.
Yep. So that's June 13th of 2020, beginning at 9 a.m. So that's a Saturday. It's going to begin at Papa's Pub in Virginia Beach, and then it'll end at Bayside. So we do have a flyer up on Facebook. I'm not going to go through all the details and stops right now, but if you want to check it out, we do have the flyer up on Facebook in our events. Go check it out. It's got pricing, dates, times, everything. There's going to be prizes, food, beer, vendors, and
Did you say beer?
it's going to be a party. And live music.
Did you say beer?
I did say beer. We always have beer.
I'm off that day.
Yeah, of course you are. All right.
So, dude, I can't tell you how jazzed I am to have an event back here.
That's
it's
literally
been
my
kinda-
job.
Yeah.
I had to find out something else to do in the meantime.
No, it's just so awesome, the atmosphere in this place when we have events here.
Yes,
Because we get to see new faces, we get
Repeat customers.
Well, yeah, repeat customers, but I don't know. It's just something about the events here that just like make this place a little more magical.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I'm already not sitting in the biggest toy store in Portsmouth, but
Right.
when you got a buzz in the place and
Yes.
people are walking around, they're jazzed and getting off of, like poker runs. They're getting off a ride. They just had a good time. They're trying to win prizes, and
Yep.
then they want to come and have a beer, get something to eat, listen to some live music. I mean, that's
And everybody's here for the same thing and for the same cause.
Yeah.
One other thing, I actually almost forgot to say this. It is actually for a benefit as well. This is going to benefit the Battle Dogs Foundation. We will go ahead and put a link up on the screen right now for you guys. If you guys want to go ahead and make a donation now, you actually can. Their link is live. And again, if you guys need any more information on that, our event flyer is up on Facebook.
That's awesome that it's to benefit Battle Dogs too.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to insert a stupid joke, but I'm going to stay away from it.
Yeah. We'll keep this one serious. Well, speaking of joke, that's actually the next topic. The dad joke of the week.
Gosh.
That was a great. We're getting so good at this, and we don't even mean to.
Yeah, I was looking in your glasses.
I know. I'm getting lost in my own reflection of me. It's just rainbow color.
All right, here's
All
the
right.
dad joke of the week. So, after everything was done, I was like, damn, buddy, you must be one hell of an exterminator.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, what's going on, man?
What's up?
So, because this past week was Star Wars Day, I decided this dad joke should kind of center around Star Wars. So, I wanted to ask you guys, do you know how Jedis keep their front tires on? No? They use the forks.
Oh my God.
I'm really sorry that you guys have to keep sitting through this, but if you did make it this far and you watched that dad joke, we appreciate you.
Hopefully some of you are just hanging around long enough to hear the dad joke. Man, I don't care if you hit stop after that. It's fine with me.
Well,
It's not fine with him.
No, it's okay because that's actually the last segment of today's show.
Right on.
We actually flew through this.
Nailed it.
Hopefully we have no technical issues because this, in my opinion, was one of the funnest episodes we've done. I think we need to stick with like the topic driven. That was fun. Like,
Yeah,
the stereotypes, great
And
conversation.
I think I'm amazed by the fact that even though I woke up late and got here late.
We have this much energy.
Yeah.
And I had to sit around and wait for you for 30 minutes. It's okay.
All right,
It's
bud.
okay. I'm never going to let him hear the end of that, but that's a story for another day.
You will.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this has been The Morning Ride and episode 4. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button. Share this on Facebook. It'll be so much easier for you guys to share it now if you're watching on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you can share it as well. Either way, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you follow or subscribe depending what platform you're on. And comment below what you liked about the show.
Sounds good, buddy. Hey, I had a good time, even though I had to get here a little early on a Sunday morning.
I know, I'm going to go take a nap.
I'm going to go take a nap for a little bit.
And then I'll edit later.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
There's no nickname Mike, technically Tyler. You've been on The Morning Ride.
We're out.